So life is good for your boy Spanner. He just ran a hell of a scam on an unsuspecting gnome. Just led him straight in this trap for Big Gary to take care of. Just bang. Now he just needs to head back to his fence in the Merc and he can sell off whatever this gnome had in his bags. So, he's just strutting down the prison path and the planks. He's on his way to Triway Plaza. Starts making his way toward the bridge that is known as the Trident so he can head back into the Merc. And then suddenly he stops and his jaw is hanging agape. And he mutters, "Seriously, not today." And he casts his eye forward and he sees the giant gates that block entrance in and out of the Merc standing closed. He looks around frantically, his arms suddenly feeling heavy with the gnome's bags, and he scampers off towards a strange, magically mechanical device. And then sometime later, we join the five of you. Currently standing in the same location that Spanner was in Triway Plaza. It's a public square that stands at the plank side of the Trident, the forked bridge that connects the Merc to the rest of Ethel Grove. Basically a small community square with a couple of businesses strategically placed to catch people as they come over the bridge. There's a tavern, which is called the Pointy End, and a magical mechanical fortune-telling machine that the locals just call River Fortune. The five of you, however, you had just realized that you were all heading to the same place. So you were intending to just travel together to Hollow Lane. But when you reached the plaza, you also found the gate closed, just like Spanner did a few moments ago. And with no other entrance to the Merc, you guys have no choice available to you just to wait. So, I think you probably cast your eyes around a little bit, like Gimbals, Eustace, and Torrin. I think you're probably drawn a little bit to the magical mechanical machine for different reasons. Eustace, you're probably never allowed to check out that kind of stuff, so you're always wondering. And obvious reasons for Gimbals and Torrin. Then Drea and Clio, I think probably the tavern. Drea, you actually know the owner of the tavern. Gorka Half Tusk is the bartender's name. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Gimbals is looking up at Drea, like right up, because Drea's very tall. And Gimbals is like, well, you see, the red potions. The red potions are the ones that keep me awake. The green potions, however, they're my attempt at trying to rejuvenate limbs and trying to regrow limbs. They couldn't really regrow limbs. They could grow limbs, but they couldn't regrow limbs, you see. So the growing limbs, they could grow anywhere.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kind of disturbing,
hold on.
actually.
Wait, what grows the limbs? Which one?
Oh, the green potions.
Okay, what do the red ones do?
They keep me awake.
Oh, right. Okay.
They're the ones we need.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
You got stuff to instantly repair things?
Not repair, no. My work is more with the flesh.
So you can grow limbs, but you can't repair limbs yet?
No, like I said, I tried to regrow them, but they wouldn't regrow them because I just didn't know what to regrow. But I can grow limbs, just indiscriminate limbs, sort of anywhere.
Jack,
I'm working on it.
How much do one of these fortunes cost?
You have to go over and check the machine out.
I'm going to leave the group and just go, I don't know, if there's loose change around or somebody put in too much and didn't take their... Just kind of peel away from Clio specifically as Gimbals.
Can I witness? Can I,
Are you sneaking? Are you trying
I'm
to be sneaky?
sneaking.
All right.
Okay, give me a stealth there.
That's a 16 on stealth.
All right, so I guess that's a perception from Clio now, trying to beat a 16.
Okay. I rolled
Oh.
a 17. I'm vigilant.
So what does Clio see then?
I think Eustace is kind of he's probably just kind of slowly shifted his way between people, just trying to discreetly almost probably hide behind Drea in a sense, and then probably begins to tiptoe just away from the group, trying to see if primarily Clio pays notice of him, which I assume he locks.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just watch what he's doing. I'm not going to stop him. I'm just going to observe.
I think noticing you looking at him, he's just going to keep looking at you and to tiptoe until he gets close to this magical machine to investigate how much money it costs.
So it's a little bit of distance from where you are. So
Yeah, we'll be tiptoeing for a while. It'll be a lot of this.
Yeah. Okay, so that's happening. And then does anyone decide to go with Eustace over to the machine or anything like that?
I'll do
think-
it. I reckon.
Torrin, you're going?
I can Tara go just machine wise, just see if it's magical or not. Like how does it say the fortunes?
Anyone else?
Gimbals is preoccupied drilling Drea on everything that Gimbals has ever done in his entire life.
Right.
So, like, you see, along with the potions, quite often I tried to modify my clothes, but it never really worked the same way as, like, skin.
Right.
Skin seems to be more malleable and easier to work with. Have you ever noticed that?
Not particularly. Mr. Merriweather, can I just say something real quick before you go on?
Sure.
Yeah,
I
so
love input.
No, it's not related to this. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just about the gate. We gotta wait for it to open. You can just do something else around here if you want, or you can keep talking. Either way, I'm gonna have to be right by you.
Oh, that's great. I wonder where Spanner took my potions. Because, like, would they be behind the gate? Would they be this side of the gate? Could they be here? Would they be in, like, the tree? Like, could they be in Ethel Grove, further up? Or could they be down the what'd you call them? The planks or something like that?
If I may
Oh, hi.
interject. Hi. I wasn't eavesdropping. You guys are just very loud. So these potions, like value-wise, how much would they be worth?
Oh, invaluable. I make them.
Yes, but like if you had to value it, So if it ended up in, I don't know, in the black market or something, would it be worth something actually, or just worth something to you?
You trying to rob this man?
No, I am just inquiring. You would know about that.
You know what? That'd be the second time I've been robbed this day. And, like, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's more than ever.
Okay, on that line, I think we'll cut away to Torrin and Eustace. They head over to the mechanical device here. So, yeah, you guys make your way over to the strange device. It's puffing out purple smoke. And you see a sign over the top of the device that says the Triway Destiny Divination Device. It's like 7 feet tall, so it towers above even Torrin, and it seems to be made of like brass and copper. And at the bottom, there is a sign that seems to have some instructions. So, if, let's say Eustace probably, if you can give these instructions a quick read here.
Are you a seeker of paths unknown, a dreamer of enchanted journeys? Then step forth to the Triway Destiny Divination. I don't like alliteration, Jack. It's going to mess with my words. Merely slide a coin into the waiting slot and watch as the device awakens. Let the enigmatic currents of magic and marvels of engineering whisper the secret pathways that await you in our beloved city. I think after reading that, Eustace is going to immediately turn to Torrin, who I don't think we've had a direct conversation with one another.
I don't think so, not yet.
Cleo says I'm not meant to talk to strangers, but you wouldn't happen to have a spare coin, would you?
Little buddy, we don't need coins. Can I try to hack this machine?
Yes!
Yes.
How do you envision yourself hacking this object when you say that? Like, yeah, what's an artificer's version?
I reckon it'd be like going down to where the coin slot goes, see if I can like pry it open a little bit, and then like see if I can like infuse it. It just put a little bit of magic in it, in a way to like speak to it.
Yeah, it's an Arcana check is what I need here.
You
from
have
you.
to speak to it in like a robot voice.
And yeah, try and beat a 12 with your Arcana check.
17.
Hey, yeah, that beats the 12. So yeah, you go down and you start doing.
right.
Describe what you're doing.
Just lean down. I'll get out my tinkering tools and see if I can pry open wherever you sit the coin, like pry open without I can have like direct view inside the actual machine, and it's be like, you gotta tell us this fortune for free. Come on, it's me. Like, I know you. I know machines are me. Machine, I do this for a living. Come on, just one time. Give us free fortunes. You got this. And then give you a little bit of a tap.
Come on, roll charisma.
So yeah, I think Eustace sees you talking to this machine and doing all this stuff, and nothing seems to happen until you give it the tap. And then when you give it the tap, it does snap into life here. So there's like a glass orb at the front of it, and it starts to swirl as the whole thing comes to life. And this large metal arm folds out, and it slowly starts to click into place as it starts to point in the direction of a part of the city. So this arm like clanks up and comes into place, and like smoke puffs out in all directions, and it starts to like free flow around into like different directions of the city, just snapping into different places somewhat randomly, almost like it can't figure out where it's supposed to go, and starts to sort of move almost like a roulette wheel, and it spins around and eventually comes to a stop, pointing directly at the Merc. How does Torin feel about this?
Torn would be intrigued as well, confused and intrigued, be like, but because he's like, my destiny is, I don't think it's going to be in the Merc. I'm destined for more. Like, I have to do big things.
Have you ever been to the Merc, sir?
I live in the Merc, little guy. Howell Lane.
Oh,
Are you from the Merc as well?
yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess we live in. Yeah, we're from the. Yeah, me and my sister. Did you say you do this kind of thing all that? Like you break into fortune teller machines all the time?
Not just fortune telling machines, but just, you know what, everything. If it's a machine, I try and work my things. Try to give them some free things, you know.
And
if it's magic, even better.
And you can. I was listening. You can make things.
Yes, sir. Best in the business.
And how much would it? If I wanted something, how much money would it cost to get something made?
What would you like?
I can see that question kind of throws Eustace off a little bit. I don't know. Perhaps I guess for now I could turn on the machine, but do I talk to it like you did, or do?
We'll cut away here, and we'll come back to the other guys. So still having the conversation that you were previously having about the value of Gimble's belongings. Gimbles, I think you're about to speak.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, they're invaluable. No one else makes them, only me.
But so okay, what I'm trying to ascertain is, are they valuable or are they valuable to you?
Invaluable.
Okay.
Like I said, do you prefer I call you Andrea or Drea or what? Or
We're talking about you and not.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Listen, she acts like she's a big deal. She's not. She looks big and scary. Listen, I hate to break it to you. There are better people to hire out here. Better people who know the place better. You know, craftier.
I can still hear you.
Oh, I know.
Oh, right. All right. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, you know, you've already gotten robbed twice, right?
No, once. I said if you robbed me, it'd be twice. That
wasn't me. You just listen. It's a bit rough out here, and you know, little Eustace, like, he's. It's hot out here, and you know, sometimes it's good to practice those skills in spaces where you know there's.
She looks up like at Drea and she points. She goes,
There's not really any danger.
I just killed a man.
Yeah, exactly. So you did, not her. Congratulations, by the
She
way.
killed like 3.
Well, like one.
So did my little brother. So
He
maybe
vomited everywhere.
he's
Like it was actually almost more disturbing than the blood.
Is he all right?
I don't understand. Oh, what's that? And then he'll like walk over to the tarot machine that they're at.
Drea's gonna follow behind him, obviously. He's just pretty much telling him.
Dreadnought lady, excuse me, talking to you.
Oh, right. You can follow if you'd like.
There are other people who probably need your work a bit more than you do. So I'm just, maybe give a handout for, not a handout, but like, consider people who are actually in need when it comes to work, like protecting this idiot. Come on.
It like pans to Gimbals, who's like wandering over, all excited.
Like a penguin.
Jay is just gonna stare at her for a little bit and go, "You want to babysit basically like a deranged man that you don't know?"
Oh, look, money is money. And like you and me both know that you're going to be better off than me. So.
First of all, getting paid through me, through the Marshman. Are you a Marshman kid?
Look, I wouldn't want to be. I'm just saying that, like, well, that's why I don't like you, Marshman. You're always out there sniping jobs that could be given to people that actually need it.
Because we have a system.
Yeah, because we have a system. You don't care about the individual.
If that's what you believe, kid, then all right. That's not my problem. You can put it on someone else. I don't get paid to deal with you. And then she walks off and she still follows Gimbals.
So Clio,
There's no winning.
you're left there standing alone at this stage. What do?
I'll follow.
Okay,
I'll go and see what Eustace is doing.
Okay, great. So as this conversation is still occurring, I think Eustace and Torrin, you guys managed to figure out that whatever you had done, Torrin has made it so you can just sort of go up there and use the device now. You don't have to go in there and tickle it and talk to it or anything like that. So Eustace, do you want to have a turn?
Yeah, I think even still, Eustace just trying to replicate what Torrin does probably says something along the lines of, I do this all the time.
Eustace, for you, the arm seems to not be able to make up its mind. It bounces around and it stops at different districts, points over to Viridian for a second and over at the Merc, then to the Treehouse district and then back to the Merc. And then it stops between two districts, not pointing anywhere specific. Almost like you don't have a place. Then suddenly, there's a loud crunching sound as the arm begins to point up toward the city above the city. Arboreal, or as the locals call it, the Roost. A place you have never been. A place you've never met anyone who has ever been. How does Eustace feel about that?
I think genuinely perplexed. I don't think even him or his brother or Clio even spoken about the Roost, really. He's probably just staring at bewilderment and constantly looking back at the arrow pointing up. And because Torrin's probably the closest one to him, just turns. Does that mean I have to go up there now?
Don't think it's now. I think it's sometime in the future. Could be tomorrow.
What's the time limit on Destiny? I didn't been taught that.
Could be 10 minutes from now, kid. Who knows?
So, well, I guess this is where we part ways then, Torrin.
Do you have any reason to go up there now?
Looks both back at the machine and rates it. My destiny.
He's such an innocent man.
Yes, oh my god.
Am I like? Have
I'd
we
say at
arrived
this
yet?
stage is probably when the three of you arrive. Gimbals coming in first, probably.
Gimbals will probably walk up and he'll be like, "Ooh, party tricks!" And then he'll like pat his pockets, realize that all of his money was in his bags, and he'll be like, "Drea!" And he'll like run back. Do you have a coin?
Yeah, how much do you need?
A copy.
For the machine.
And she kind of like squints. She's like reading how many it has, and she's like, here you go, Mr. Merriweather.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, Miss Miss.
You can-
Torrin. You gotta just take one big breath and collects himself. Torrin had a conversation with the machine, and now you don't have to put money into it.
Oh,
It's true.
You had a conversation with the machine. And
It looks like it's.
is that like your sword?
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know if he had a conversation with the machine, Eustace. It looks like he just broke it. It's just pointing up.
No, we used. You're right, Clow. You're right. Yeah, I probably missaw what he did.
My turn! And Gimbals will tap the machine.
So for you, Gimbals, the arm seems to kind of get caught as it sort of clanks around. Seems to be pointing over towards like a large sawmill, which is indicating the industrial district of Ethel Grove, which is called Sawline. And then it seems to sort of like push past its bounds, basically. It almost snaps. And like actually something does snap, a piece flies off. And then the arm stops, pointing out at the swamp. Dark and mysterious. How does Gimbals react to that?
Ooh! I mean, that's not even in Ethel Grove. Maybe I'm not supposed to be here. I mean, we know that divination magic's real. But how real? And is it subjective? Maybe? I don't know. What's your interpretation? And he just looks at, like, none of you in particular.
I told you, I think it's broken. Look at it, a piece snapped off of it. It probably hasn't been, what does that say? Maintained by the Office of Inessential they're just making up words. It's broken.
Right. So you don't think I have to go up to the roost, Clara?
The roost? Eustace. No, don't be stupid.
What's the roost, vomit boy?
Yeah, he just points up. It's I don't know. I don't want that nickname to stick, Mr.
Oh, hey, Eustace, I don't think any of
Merriweather.
them wanted it to stick to them either.
The name's
Please.
The name's Merriweather. Gimbals Merriweather.
and he looks over at Clara. I'm me.
Oh.
That's
I
Eustace.
think
Eustace.
Eustace. Yeah, that's Eustace. Hey, Eustace, what have we talked about with strangers?
Mr. Yeah, my bad, Clara.
It's okay.
Oh,
You know what, I just-
Clio, that's your name. You were gonna rob me. Oh, Clio. Okay.
I-
Spanner, Clio. I'm just making a list. So no one's got any opinions on the divination magic or like?
I told you, it's
it true?
broken. It was like, there's no reason for it to be pointing up, and there's no reason for a piece of it to fly off and be pointing into the middle of marshland nowhere. I can tell you, that's where all the, marsh
Tap it.
people.
All the marshmen go out there, and that's where they do their. I think the excitement immediately fades from his face. It's very dangerous work.
Yeah. The Marshmen go out there and they do their meaningless work and they come back and
Can-
show off about it.
Can Gimbals just like tug Clio's hand to tap the machine because he wants to see what's gonna happen?
Okay.
I'll roll a sleight of hand or something if you.
No,
want.
you can do it. But like, sure, that's fine. Just
Cool. He asked her to tap it and she wasn't responding, so she's gonna make her do it.
Grab her hand. So the arm drifts slowly but surely in one constant arc towards a murky green district of the city, a place you have never been before. It's called Viridian, and it's one of the most cutthroat areas in the city. Rumors are that the main criminal enterprise of the city operates out of Viridian. And according to this device, your destiny may be there. What does Clio think about that?
I mean, maybe it isn't broken. maybe Eustace. Maybe we're meant for big things.
See, this is what I mean. Is it subjective or is it real?
But mine didn't point that way.
Yeah,
Well,
but
mine-
well, look, maybe it is broken then, because me and you both know that if there's destiny, if that's not a changeable thing, it's together, right?
Subjective.
I love you, Gimbals, so much.
MVP.
Miss Miss Dread, ma'am.
All right, Eustace, right? Your name,
Yeah, that's
kid. All right,
no,
You can-
no, it's no. Yeah,
Eustace?
yeah.
Some
yeah.
people call him me.
I don't think he meant that, Mr. Merriweather, sir.
Oh,
Yeah. Kid, you can call me Andrea or Treya. It's fine. None of
Yes.
that formalities here. I saw you throw up like 4 times. You're right. You
It
good?
was
You
twice,
don't-
but it was impressive.
Yeah, you got some water?
Did you have dairy earlier that day? You can be honest.
I haven't had dairy in months, sister.
I wanted to make sure because if there is dairy, like I know it's like off limits, but like next time tell me about it.
Yeah,
It's okay. I just don't know what you're up to. Like I don't know if there's dairy in the well. There could be.
Miss Andrea, have
Drea?
you ever been up to the roost?
I can't say I have, kid. Just been stuck here.
Oh wait, important! It's your turn. And you like
Oh.
bent to Treya.
Oh, right.
We need
What?
all the results to make a conclusion, subjective or real.
Do I just smack it? Or-
Do it.
Yeah, just tap it.
Okay. Can she just like whack the hell out of it?
The box, like
Punch
one of
it.
those boxing
Yeah.
machines. Read out.
Yeah. No real damage, but
Great. Yeah, so I think Drea up until now has probably thought this thing is kind of like a bit of hoi polloi, a bit of nonsense. So this might be
yeah.
the first time you ever tried anything like this.
yeah.
So the second the arm starts to move, it immediately swings toward the merc. It's just like clang straight there, instantaneously. And you sit there and look at it and you feel like, of course, that's where you belong. But the more you stare, it feels like it's pointing to a specific place. A place you haven't been in a long time. At a place you'd really prefer not to go to.
Cool.
What goes through Drea's mind?
Ooh, I think at first there's just like she's pretty expressionless. But I think if people are looking at her face, it's slowly turning into dread.
Roll
Yeah.
credits. Roll
Yeah, yeah,
credits.
that's like her eyebrows furrow and there's like a sort of a frown on her face and he goes, you know, maybe it is broken. I think it's broken.
Yeah. No. You know what? For once, I
No.
think I agree with you.
Yeah, no, I agree with you too, kid. No, broken.
So
Yeah.
you're used to broken.
Yeah.
Some people say that destiny isn't what we want it to be all the time. It's not like we choose that path in life, and some people think it's predestined. What do we all think?
Mr. Merriweather, what do you think the time limit is on destiny?
Oh, that's interesting. I guess it depends on lifespan. And I mean, like, when are you supposed to achieve this destiny? It's supposed to be later in life. Is your destiny early? And then what do you do with the rest of your life? The rest of your life just like nothing? I don't know.
Okay, we'll sit on that one. Okay.
Torrin chimes in and he'll just. Yeah, I agree. Like, destiny happens when it's gonna happen. And I don't think this machine's broken. Kid, you're supposed to go up there.
Hey, listen.
That means
I
I'm
think you
supposed to
have
leave Ethel Grove.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
Listen.
supposed to get back on that boat.
And
Taryn, was it?
Yeah. Yep.
Can she just pull you aside for a minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, listen, like, I know you have like good intentions here, but you really don't understand our situation. So if you could stop encouraging my young brother who killed 2 people yesterday for the first time to run off on his own, I would really appreciate it.
I don't think it helps the situation, but that wasn't yesterday, Cloud. That was a couple of hours ago.
Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, I wish it was.
I'm not telling him to run off on his own, but that's where destiny pointed is up there for him.
Destiny
And
isn't
you're
real.
supposed to
And if
go
you could just
with the
stop-
thieves.
Excuse me.
Supposed to go with the thieves. You know, I heard you talk about stealing stuff, so he seems
Okay,
quite
hey.
innocent.
She was
Listen.
gonna rob me.
I was not okay. You know what, Eustace? I think maybe it's time we split ways from this. I don't like the influence here. Okay,
But I
I propose an idea.
we can't.
Dangerous.
Why don't we investigate all of these destinies together? I mean, we can rule out whether this thing is real or subjective.
It's not real, sir.
No, I'd rather, yeah, maybe for you guys, I'm good. I don't.
And you know
smoke.
what? If it was real, it's not up in the roost. So, checkmate. Machine's broken. You saw the piece fly off of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I caused that one.
Yeah.
That happens to a lot of things I touch.
Oh, idea! And then Gimbals is gonna like take off towards that piece and see if he can go pick it up.
So Gimbals, as you're doing that, Torrin, something jumps out to you. You're looking around and you notice over to the side of the device, there seems to be like some heaped fabric on the ground. Did you go over and take a look?
Yeah, 100%. Fabric.
So you go over and you start lifting up the pile and you notice there's just like some clothing in there. And you hold up this vest that is identical to what Gimbals is currently wearing.
What else is in the pile? Is it?
So you start sifting through this pile and it's just like more copies of the same identical
This
vest.
to imply he has one tunic.
And at the bottom, you find one bottle of green potion that is half empty.
Gimbals?
And that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh.
Oh my god.